It again. I'm back on. No, I was just on the phone. I ain't lying. It happens every time now. People just want to talk about stuff. So I'm back on YouTube. I said, let me make my content. What I was coming, I forgot what I was talking about in the beginning. You know, the phone gonna ring. So if the phone ring, I just have to stop and start over again. But what I want to talk about today, it ain't nothing special. Just, you know what I do. I just make up my content for the day. I haven't made no videos like this in a long time. I made that one last night, the one with the little puppet, the Muppet I have. His name is Dennis. So it's kind of hilarious in a way. I like to bring him out when I want to have a little fun. It's fun to me. I don't know if you guys checked him out though. If you ain't never checked it out, the little Muppet thing I have for my little niece, she left it here, and I named him Dennis, and I have fun with her on that. I bring that little Muppet thing in. It's a puppet. I call it a Muppet, but it's a puppet. I mean, it's I'm crazy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, but let me get off of that so I can talk about what I was talking about. But thank you guys for tuning in right now. So this video, I hope you guys like this video that I'm gonna talk about today. It's just YouTubers, different YouTubers that I'll be watching and stuff. And some of them, they real funny and some of them not, you know. But the ones I like to watch are the ones that just, you could tell they lying about stuff. But I don't know why I continually watch them because sometimes they do be talking some real stuff that's really happening. But you gotta figure it out. I don't know why people make up stories and that you know they ain't real. You know it ain't real. They lying. You could tell. So I don't do that clickbait stuff. I'm learning more and more about YouTube and things you gotta figure out yourself. You know. But God is good. I try to stay connected. I went to a funeral today. It was a friend of mine I went to school with for years. You know, we went from elementary school on to, you know, finishing school. Her mother passed, and I went to her funeral. It was a good home going to where, you know, nobody was like real sad. The music was good, the music that they were playing and stuff like that, but it put me in a certain mood, you know, especially when you see people that they don't know how to react to certain things, when they see people that they haven't seen in a long time, and you have to loosen up. You have to try to make people feel comfortable when you feel like they not comfortable. You could tell. But like me, a lot of them, they haven't seen me in a long time, so I had to, you know, be who I am. I had to be who I am. That's what you got to do. And people loosen up, you know, they don't be so tight and thinking something's going to happen and stuff like that. You got to bring out a different energy. And this is what I want to talk about. That's just like, you know, the church that I went to, you know, for this funeral. It's a small church to where people start going to that church after the big church fell apart after the pastor left, and they all start going to this other church, the church where this funeral was. And people was like, they haven't seen, you know, each other in a long time and stuff, so it was, everybody was cool and calm. But I didn't go to the repast because I know the repast was probably going to be a big party, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to get into that because, you know, you, it leads to other stuff. You know, I was glad and I was welcoming everybody, you know what I'm saying? You have to be like that. You got to show who you are. Like I said, people loosen up. So I decided to just come on home. It's nothing wrong with that. You have to learn how to adjust to who you are. You don't have to get out there and try to do something different, because I notice that's what people are about to do. They're going to go on and try to act like they is doing this, and people want to find out what you've been doing. I ain't been doing nothing different. So I say I might as well go on home. I ain't got nothing to tell you, nothing to spread, nothing to tell you. You know, that gossiping stuff. I'll hear about it later, you know what I'm saying? But that's, people just got to learn how to be connected with God. When you connected with God, you'll know how to act. It don't matter what situation. Because you be yourself and you learn this and you do things right. You learn this. Because your actions speak louder than your words. You don't have to tell everything. You don't have to show people everything. You just show them who you are by being who you are. And I'm glad people on here. I see people on here. How you guys doing? On a throwback Thursday. It's almost the weekend though, you know? The weekend brings some different stuff. Especially when you ain't working. When you ain't working, it's all the devil be busy. A lot of stuff happens when you ain't working. I don't understand how people can sit around their house and not do nothing. Don't even do nothing in the yard. Don't do nothing nowhere. All they want to do is sit around and smoke weed and stuff. Where do you get the money? That's what I be wondering. What do they get? I see my neighbor lives across the street from me, and he rent his house out, right? And he got like 4 or 5 guys stay there, and don't none of them work. They just get a check that comes in, I guess, and then that's what they go and buy their marijuana and stuff. And they smoke all day. I mean, all day. I can leave out, go to the store. Like when I went to the funeral and stuff, they was out there. I guess they go in the house and eat. And then another hour, they back out smoking again. This is what they do all day. I think it's just weird. It's shameful. It's really shameful to see young, because they ain't no old men. And they don't even want to work nowhere. All they want to do is smoke. What's in this marijuana nowadays? I wonder. Because I remember back in the day when we used to smoke, when I used to smoke when I was younger, we didn't smoke it all day. I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you guys understand that? Why people smoke it all day? You don't have to smoke marijuana all day. It must not be no good or something. Or what? Is it just an addiction or what is it? What is it? I'll be looking at them out the window, you know, checking them out, just wondering why you got to smoke it all day. Wake up in the morning smoking. Wake up, as soon as daylight come, I hear them out there coughing. They smoking and coughing, talking and jumping around and all that. Weird. But this me with another video. I just wanted to come on it right now. I guess everybody cool and calm, huh? It's Michelle with another video. Bye.